Differences in pronunciation between American English and British English can be divided into differences in accent. See differences between General American and received pronunciation for the standard accents in the United States and Britain. For information about other accents, see Regional accents of English speakers, differences in the pronunciation of individual words in the lexicon. In this article, transcriptions use received pronunciation to represent BRE and General American to represent ME. In the following discussion, superscript A2 after a word indicates that the BRE pronunciation of the word is a common variant in ME, superscript B2 after a word indicates that the ME pronunciation of the word is a common variant in BRE, superscript A1 after a word indicates that the pronunciation given as BRE is also the most common variant in ME, superscript B1 after a word indicates that the pronunciation given as ME is also the most common variant in BRE. Stress. Subscript A or B means that the relevant unstressed vowel is also reduced to or in ME or BRE, respectively. French stress equals, for many loanwords from French where ME has kept the original French final syllable stress, BRE stresses an earlier syllable. French loanwords that differs in stress only are listed below. Verbs ending in -8 equals, most two-syllable verbs ending 8 have first-syllable stress in ME and second-syllable stress in BRE. This includes castrate, cremate A2, dictate A2, donate A2, locate A2, migrate, narrate B2, placate B2, prostrate, pulsate, rotate, serrate A2, spectate, striate, translate A1, back at B2, vibrate A2. Examples where ME and BRE match include create, debate, equate, elate, negate, and mandate and probate with first-syllable stress. Derived nouns in ATA retains the distinction, but those in ASHAN do not. Also, migratory B1 and vibratory B1 sometimes retain the distinction. Most longer 8 verbs are pronounced the same in ME and BRE, but if you have first-syllable stress in BRE and second-syllable stress in ME, elongative A2, infiltrate A2, remonstrative A2, tergiversate A1. For some derived adjectives ending atory stress shifting to a, tory, occurs in BRE. Among these cases are celebratoria, compensatoria, participatoria, regulatoria B1. ME stresses the same syllable as the corresponding 8 verb. A further atory difference is laboratory B2, ME and BRE. Miscellaneous stress equals, there are a number of cases where same-spelled noun, verb and/or adjective have uniform stress in one dialect but distinct stress in the other, see initial stress-derived noun. The following table lists words not brought up in the discussion so far where the main difference between ME and BRE is in stress. Usually it also follows a reduction of the unstressed vowel. Words marked with subscript A or B are exceptions to this, and thus retains a full vowel in the unstressed syllable of ME or BRE. A subsequent asterisk means that the full vowel is usually retained. A preceding means that the full vowel is sometimes retained. Words with other points of difference are listed in a later table. Affixes are, eri, or, moni, attive, berry, equals, where the syllable preceding the suffixes are, eri, or, a euromoni or attive is unstressed, ME pronounces the antepenultimate syllable with a full vowel sound, for and eri, for or and for moni. BRE reduces the vowel to a schwa or even elides it completely, or, and. So military is ME in BRE or, inventory is ME in BRE, and testimony is ME in BRE. Where the syllable preceding are, eri, or, a euromoni or attive is stressed however, ME also usually reduces the vowel. Exceptions include library, primary A2, rosemary. The suffix berry is pronounced by similar rules, except that in BRE it may be full after an unstressed syllable, while in ME it is usually full in all cases. Thus we have strawberry, BRE, ME, and waterberry, BRE ME. The place name component berry has a similar difference, ME has a full vowel, where BRE has a reduced or none at all. Note that stress differences between the dialects occur with some words ending in atory and a few others like capillary. formerly the BREA-me distinction for adjectives carried over to corresponding adverbs ending arily, erily or orally. However, nowadays some BRE speakers adopt the AME practice of shifting the stress to the antepenultimate syllable. Militarily is thus sometimes rather than, although necessarily is in BRE often. Words ending in unstressed eel derived from Latin adjectives ending -lis are mostly pronounced with a full vowel in BRE but a reduced vowel or syllabic L in AME. AME will have a reduced last vowel, generally in docile, facile, fertile, fissile, fragile, missile, stabile, sterile, tensile, versatile, virile, volatile, usually in agile, docile, ductile, febrile, futile, hostile, juvenile, mobile, nubile, projectile, puerile, reptile, servile, tactile, youth. Sometimes in domicile B2, infantile, pensile, percentile, senile textile, never in crocodile, exile, gentile, reconcile. Nor to compounds of monosyllables. In some words the pronunciation also comes into play, BRE, AME, chamomile A1, mercantile A2, mobile stabile, BRE, AME or, imbecile. BRE, AME, rutile. Related endings ility, elise, iliary are pronounced the same in AME as BRE. The suffix -ine, when unstressed, is pronounced sometimes, sometimes and sometimes. Some words have variable pronunciation within BRE, or within AME, or between BRE and AME. Generally, AME is more likely to favor or, and BRE to favor. BRE, AME, carbine A2, florentine A2, philistine A2, pristine B1, serpentine A2. BRE, AME adamantine A3. BRE, AME, turbine AB2. BRE, AME crystalline, labyrinthine. BRE, AME iodine A2B2. Weak forms. The titles Saint and Sir before a person's name have weak forms in BRE but not AME, before vowels, SNT and, say unregistered trademark. Miscellaneous pronunciation differences. These tables list words pronounced differently but spelled the same. See also the table of words with different pronunciation reflected in the spelling. Single differences equals, words with multiple points of difference of pronunciation are in the table after this one. Accent-based differences are ignored. For example, Moscow is a P and GAM, but only the difference is highlighted here, since both the difference and the RP use of rather than are predictable from the accent. Also, tiara is listed with a me. The Maya-Mary merger changes this vowel for many Americans. Some ME types are listed as where GAM merges to. A2 means that American speakers may use either pronunciation. B2 means British speakers may use either pronunciation. Multiple differences equals, the slash is normally used to enclose IPA phonemic transcriptions have been omitted from the following table to improve legibility. Notes. References. Further reading, Wells, John C. Longman Pronunciation Dictionary 2nd ed. Longman. ISBN 0-582-36468-X. http://www.blrklanglitchangingvoicestrapbath//